Hello everybody, today I'm going to be talking about a trip planned from KSLC to KVGT, Shining Merino. Okay, here we go. Alright, the flight. So, like I said, I'm doing a flight. It's in the Diamond. It's got G1000, commercial pilot, and instrument rated about 500 hours. First off, is it legal, right? As commercial pilots, we always need to go through and decide, is this a flight that I can legally do, or is this something that needs to be sent out to somebody else who can legally do it? So as a private pilot, it would obviously be illegal because it's compensation, right? Commercial pilot, I may be compensated only if I'm acting as a PIC, and I'm not holding out, or like a common carriage situation, right? Reimbursement is still like the pro rata for the operation expenses, fuel, airport. It's allowed if I'm acting as a pilot come in. Expenses are shared equally. So those are the considerations in the plan. So we'll go through PAVE. So it's a moderate amount of experience, not a whole lot. I still kind of think 500 is in the beginnings of your hours. So it is a complex high-performance aircraft. Pretty cool. Never gotten to fly one, but it would be awesome if I could one day. External pressure from an influential passenger. So, we want to make good impressions right now. Getting into a job is hard. It's kind of who you know, and so making good impressions. But I think part of that is not just completing the job, but doing it safely. I think a lot of people are like, oh, I'm going to impress them by getting the job done. But those people are also like, I wonder what this guy's limits are. Like, is she going to make the right choice or not? And because you might decide to go for the flight, and they might be like, you do realize this is unsafe, right? That's not going to make a good impression, right? So, the whole get it there-itis, like, you definitely want to get there and get the mission done. So just some things to think about. So our aircraft for PAVE. So it's a glass cockpit. Great. I love a good glass cockpit. It is it's a high performance aircraft. It's got IFR capabilities, which is good. You need that. And then the engine performance and things like that might be affected because of the heat and humidity. So something to think about. That can affect your weight and balance, your takeoff landings, distances, things like that, right? So there is convective activity near the departure, so we might not get to depart because we're not about to go fly an airplane into a thunderstorm. That's not a good idea. So reduced climb performance, as I kind of talked about earlier with the takeoffs and landings, so also with the climbing turbulence. Something to think about there. Turbulence can cause problems with the aircraft and performance. Again, with the heat and humidity. So, maybe this is a flight we don't want to do, right? Our friend, high value business contact, right? We want the job, possible job offers. We want to perform. We want to look there. We want to get it there. I think I already talked about most of that. So I would say it would be a go as long as we have the caveat that there's other airports we can fly to, or perhaps delaying the time we take off. I know it might affect later plans, but things can always be moved around and changed. So it's maybe an early departure to avoid the heat. Get there earlier. I would also probably file. Because why not? Why not have an extra set of eyes on you in the sky? It seems like a lot of people are like, oh, it's a lot of work to file. Well, it's work because, you're literally having another person keep an eye on you. So yeah, I think it's worth the work. So something that comes to mind with biblical stance would be trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your path straight. And I think that's the bottom line. God has given us this information. God has given us the power to understand things, and if we decide to take things in our own hands and not make safe choices that are clearly being given to us by the Lord, that's a mistake, right? So here are my references. I hope you enjoyed it.